No, we don't keep up with every single award show. And no, we don't watch every single award show. We don't report on every single award show. However, I found it strange that neither of us knew that the American Music Awards happened a couple days ago. The 50th annual American Music Awards, which the American Music Awards, I feel like growing up was one of the big ones. It wasn't quite the Grammys, but it was up there and it was huge and it was like a whole thing. And you would always know that it was coming, whether you watched it or not. It was something that people just knew. And I randomly stumbled upon a video. I don't, right now, I can't even tell you who was in the video, but I randomly stumbled upon a video last night and noticed that the AMAs had happened. It was I remember what it was. It was Nelly performing with the Saint Lunatics, which was really
I didn't
confusing
want to
because
cut you off.
the Saint Lunatics are suing Nelly right now, as far as we know. We spoke about this maybe 2 weeks ago, if that. So they squashed the beef. This is why you can't get between people in a relationship, because if she's gonna stay, she's gonna stay. If you could advise, you
Maybe Nelly realized it's cheaper to keep her.
probably, I would think so, and just pay. Hey, do some shows with me. You'll get a cut.
You know what I'm
Maybe that's
saying?
what this is. I don't know, but I was shocked. I said, "What are the Saint Murphy? Listen, what are the Saint Lunatics doing with Nelly on the stage this week?
Oh shit.
All of them." But I only really know one of them, so I was like, "Murphy, listen, what are y'all doing? How y'all gonna win a lawsuit? Getting on stage with him?"
I don't know. Nelly might be a genius for that one.
I said, "Well, this is strange." Among other performers were Jennifer Hudson and Shaka Khan. I love me some
Jennifer
Shaka Khan. Nobody
Hudson.
told me Shaka was performing. Gladys
Jennifer
Knight.
Hudson did a Whitney Houston tribute.
She did. She did. I gotta go back and look at some of those performances. I'm like, ooh, I just didn't know what was happening. Nor did you. I mean, I would have known before you would have known. But
Clueless. I was about to say, you are the award person here.
I just
I
know
never
it.
know when these things are happening. And when I do, it's because you told me.
I'm just tapped in. It's not
It'd
even
be, it'd
because
be
I
you that'd
like
be
them.
like, hey, what are you doing Tuesday? I'm like, I don't know. You're like, you're watching the Grammys. I'm like, oh,
Right.
okay. Do I
Right.
have to? You're like, yes, because we have a pod to do, God damn it. I'm like, all right, I
I
guess I'm
mean,
watching the Grammys.
sometimes you gotta do it for the free love.
Yay.
Right. So I just it's fine.
Cedric just opened his mouth.
So it's fine that we didn't watch or anything like that. I just thought it was really strange that we didn't know about it until way, way after. Like not even while it was in progress. I just find it hard to believe that I went online and I saw nothing about it. So weird. But also, does that mean that it's over for award shows? Do we feel like it's out the door? Like people are really done with it? I felt like people were done with it before, but they were still kind of hanging on because it was like that one. It's one of those things where you could go on Twitter and you could talk to like random strangers, or even TikTok. You can talk to random strangers who are watching it too. I feel like that's a collective thing that we do sometimes. This feels like it's over.
I mean, I feel like it's been over, honestly. I think honestly this year the BET Awards did an amazing job of promoting. It
Mhm.
was all over the place and we saw those ads everywhere. I mean, I saw them in train stations, I saw them on billboards, I saw them all over the place,
Yeah.
and so did others. I mean, it was an amazing job at marketing. But I don't think most of the award shows are doing that. I don't see ads for any of the other award shows except maybe a TV spot here or there.
Right.
And
People
today,
over those.
people not really going to see the TV spot.
No.
So I think that it's been over for award shows. And I think there are some award shows that make a conscious effort to market and promote to their audience specifically, or to go out there and make sure they're promoting. I think the BET Awards did a phenomenal job this year of promoting. But I mean, when the last time you saw anybody else promote that way?
Well, I was gonna say, I feel like they're always really good at that, especially with their, to your point, so that with their out of home advertising. I feel like they make sure that they have that boots on the ground um sort of campaign to make sure that people find out about it. Um you don't see a whole lot of, I feel like maybe that even happens for the VMAs. Um Maybe not as much, but I feel like it does still happen for the VMAs also. Um, but no, it doesn't. It's not really a big thing. I think people are moving away from TV, the tradition, the well, we know people have been moving away from traditional forms of television, but I think that that's part of it, right? That it's just not the format that we're used to is no longer, it no longer has the audience that it used to. So I could totally, like, it's almost like you have to work extra hard now to promote it. Or you have to find yourself on a streaming platform somewhere where people can access it. Cause that's the other thing these days, right? Like, access to certain pieces of content is a lot more difficult. I find myself as a cord cutter trying to figure out where I can watch for free, where I can watch certain things. Like, I don't think the presidential debate is a good example of that, because you can usually get that everywhere. Um, you know, we've been able to watch televised debates since I think Nixon was president. So that's something that they make sure we have access to. But for other things, you'll find yourself, like, even the Grammys, you'll be like, okay, so am I gonna be able to watch it on Paramount Plus? Or are you gonna
Right.
make me download something like Fubo or something like that to, and then I gotta do a 7-day free trial? And I
What
think
the hell is Fubo?
exactly my point. And I think that access, it limits our access, and then we're like, I don't even want to see the awards that bad. I don't
Right.
even want to see it that bad. So I think we're in a weird space right now where it kind of just, you gotta, you either gotta work for it, like you gotta work to get our attention on it. Because me and you, two people who sit here every night and talk about entertainment related things, whether we really cared or not that it happened, we should have known about it. Like, it should have been something that fell on our radar just because we're tapped in on things like that. And it
Right.
wasn't. And I just felt like, oh my gosh, first of all, don't, Shaka Khan, don't tell me what a good time. And I would have loved to see the body language on the stage with the same lunatics and Nelly.
I'm sure you can find the clips.
Because I'm nosy and I hardly mind my business. But I wish everybody well. I hope that it was a good time, whoever saw it. I'm not going to go back and watch the whole award show. I personally don't care who won and who didn't. Um, that's all I got.
Yeah, I don't got anything for that either.
I didn't think he had much, so I tried to fill in the blanks.
No, you did good. Thank you for that.